Guys, good morning, it's Mike Chin. Haven't done an H-Mart video in a long time. Haven't been to an H-Mart in a long time. Let's go get some H-Mart food. Oh, they just now directly sell wine with the beef. That's a cool concept. This is my favorite section at any H-Mart, where all the banchan and prepared food reside. Freshly fried mackerel. Check it out. Fried kelp. My other favorite section is the frozen foods. Oh, stir-fried beef intestine. Haven't had this in a long time. There's large intestines, small intestines, fried squid, cheesy pork katsu, stir-fried chicken gizzards. Oh my goodness. There's also stinky tofu here. And who can forget the dumpling section? There's so many different types of Korean dumplings. Dumpling fishball? Oh my gosh. Pork sisig. Buckwheat skin dumplings. Oh, I love this. Korean corn dogs. I haven't been to H-Mart for I think about a year. I forgot how awesome this place is. There's tons of stuff that I haven't tried before. Malona is not new, but it's a must get. The ice cream section. Oh my gosh, there's so many instant bubble teas now. That's so scary. Wow, spicy ahi, sriracha. This should last me for the weekend. And before trying out the food, I just want to give a big thank you and shout out to the sponsor of this video, Incogni. If you don't know, Incogni is an amazing tool brought to us by our friends at Surfshark, and I've been using it for I think over a year. And it's something I highly recommend, because when I first started using it, it terrified me. I'm sure we all try to be as careful as we can when we're entering information online, for websites, promotions. Maybe you're using a different name, different email, but as careful as you are, still a big chunk of your real personal information, like your name, phone number, email, they do get obtained by legitimate websites. And then what data aggregator sites do is that they collect this information, assemble them into profiles, and then pretty much just make money by selling it. For example, I was trying to book a hotel room on a third-party website, and as soon as I enter my personal information, I start getting emails almost right away from other websites trying to give me great deals on hotel rooms. Stuff like this happens every single day, and it often happens without you even knowing about it. But the good news is you actually have the right to request that these data brokers delete whatever information they have on you. But if you want to do it by yourself, you're gonna have to contact them one by one, correspond with them. It's gonna be a lot of effort and definitely a lot of time. So what Incogni does is that it does all this work for you automatically. They'll reach out to these data brokers on your behalf and request that your personal information be removed. And then they'll deal with any responses or objections that they may have. Like I said, I've been using this for over a year, and Incogni got 153 data brokers to delete my information. So if you want to give this a try, go to my link down below, sign up. The whole process takes about 30 seconds. Provide the personal information you want deleted, authorize Incogni to reach out to data brokers on your behalf, and that's it. And the first 100 people to use the code DUMPLING with the link down below will get 60% off Incogni. And like I mentioned, when I first signed up for this, I was terrified. Was when I first signed up, and within minutes, I saw that there were over 100 data aggregators that potentially have my personal information, and I recognize none of them. Again, if you value your online privacy, this is an amazing tool to have. All right, let's see. This is really interesting. This is a cold Korean seafood soup, and I think all you have to do is just let it defrost and eat it. It is basically a popsicle right now, so I'll leave this out and we'll have it for dinner. Let's start with some spicy stewed rice cake and veg and the freshly fried mackerel. Ooh. Also some of these spicy seafood dumplings. Like I mentioned, I love the prepared food section at H-Mart. Right now it's only about 9 in the morning, and mackerel is just a perfect breakfast. That is a juicy, tender piece of fish. I heated this up a little bit with the air fryer. Now the skin is even more toasty. The fish is rich, it's flaky. The flesh is moist and tender. And the mackerel fish, it has a natural oiliness to it that really adds to the flavor. And chase that with some spicy rice cake stew. This is such a good combo. Mackerel is one of my all-time favorite fish because I love that rich, fatty flavor, especially when it's fried and crispy on the outside. And then the spicy gochujang in the stew cuts through all that fat. Oh my gosh. This is a very simple, but such a delicious breakfast combo. I mean, the rice cake is chewy and delicious. The fish cake is absolutely spectacular. Also, there's a whole boiled egg in here. And there is just a ton of heat in this stew. By the fish and then by the stew. I think these two items go together phenomenally. And if you want, just dunk that mackerel directly into the spicy stew. Oh yeah. And chase it with that chewy rice cake. Oh, that's good breakfast. These are really, really good smelling dumplings. They have a very smoky aroma, so it's spicy dumpling. The skin is translucent. Oh my gosh. It's piping hot. Oh yeah, I like these a lot. These things are really, really, really spicy. So a ton of filling. There's some squid. The wrapper is very chewy and mochi-esque. Flavor is phenomenal. It's definitely seafoody. Tons of filling. The wrapper is delicious. Flavor is off the charts. And there's a hint of sweetness. I think this will go really good with some Chinese vinegar. I don't think hot oil here is necessary. I think that's the first time I ever said that when it came to dumplings, because this thing already has a ton of heat. But a little Chinese vinegar. It cooks really fast. You take out a little tray, rip the corner a little bit, microwave 2 minutes. Delicious, spicy dumplings. And yeah, definitely better with some Chinese vinegar. Final item for breakfast, turtle chips. First try these in South Korea. There's a lot of different flavors. Should have got more than one. Any turtle chip. Amazing. These are some of the airiest snacks you'll find anywhere. Chocolatey, sweet. I'll see you guys for lunch. Lunchtime, and I went back to H-Mart again because I was out running errands, and all of a sudden I had a hankering for pig's feet. Went and picked up this giant 7 pounds of pig's feet. This is gonna be breakfast tomorrow. Also, I got some kimbap, fried chicken, and japchae kimchi spam dumpling over rice. This fried chicken actually looks amazing. Oh yeah, this is really good, really spicy Korean fried chicken. Couple bites and this thing is just burning up my tongue. Wow, kimbap. I love this. They make their kimbap fresh every single day. I know what this needs. A little bit of wasabi. That is absolutely perfect. They put a ton of tender meat, crunchy pickle, radish, and slightly bitter greens. Everything you want in a good bite of kimbap, right here. Never tried this before, but as soon as I saw it, this just looks like something I would love. Tons of kimchi, a fried dumpling, some japchae over rice. Japchae is really good. Oh, and inside the kimchi, there's nice fatty pork belly. This is actually a really hefty bowl of food. I really like this. Kimchi is delicious. Love the addition of the pork belly. That goes really good with the rice. After you take a bite of that, right away, chase it with some japchae. Chewy noodles with tons of that awesome sesame fragrance. These two sides really balance each other out. The rice is also good. Spam, always delicious. Not bad of a fried dumpling either. This is a great lunch. See you guys for dinner.
A few moments later.
I'm so excited for dinner. Thinly sliced beef ribeye and Korean cold noodles. brisket has cooked, little sesame oil, some salt. So good. And at H-Mart, I found this bottle of fresh wasabi. Add that to the meat as well. Even better. And then chase that with some cold noodles. Oh yeah, I love my cold Korean noodles with a ton of vinegar and a ton of hot mustard. Homemade Korean barbecue. I could eat this every single day. My favorite way to eat meat though, mummify the brisket in the cold noodles. Super tender brisket right inside those cold, chewy noodles. Like I said, I can eat this every single day, never get sick of it. Totally forgot about this cold seafood soup that was sitting out. So I never seen anything like this before. This soup, you take it out of the freezer, you just let it sit until it defrosts, and then it's ready to eat. Looks like some carrots in here. Whoa. I didn't think it was gonna be this good, I'll be honest with you. This is excellent. I have never tried this before. I was a little hesitant about it, to be honest. It's a cold soup. I think these are like squid noodles. There's also shredded carrots, radish. I think maybe some cabbage in here. It's really spicy, very refreshing. A little hint of sweetness, and the squid is nice and chewy and delicious. Good sesame flavor in this as well. Oh yeah, really, really refreshing cold seafood soup. I think this will go really good with my barbecue as well. I'm definitely getting this again. All right, I'm gonna finish dinner and then pig trotters for breakfast.
The next day.
Good morning. This is a really exciting breakfast to wake up to. And I'm gonna cook up the tuna kimchi fried rice. So breakfast, I got tuna kimchi fried rice with cheese, H-Mart fish cakes, and of course the pig trotter. They of course sell the pig trotter all cut up as well. I like it like this. You don't even need to heat it up. Eat it cold or at room temperature, dunk in a little chili sauce. There's so many awesome textures in here. There's lean pork meat, a ton of fat. Of course, loads of collagen and tendon. That skin is so sticky and gelatinous-y. All the best parts of a pig represented right here. I mean, H-Mart pig trotters, not gonna be nearly as good as the ones you get off the streets in South Korea. Still, pretty darn delicious. Oh, I love this fried rice. You taste the tuna, the kimchi, the melty cheese is delicious, the fried rice is a little spicy. There's tons of heat in here. The added melty cheese is a fantastic touch. Heck yes to this. Wow, all these H-Mart fish cakes are awesome. This one in particular, hint of sweetness, great chewy texture, and there's jalapeno inside. Whoa, I wish I had some anchovy broth to eat this with. This is absolutely amazing. The other one's really good too. Scrumptious, chewy fish cake on the outside, inside a giant slab of chewy rice cake. Also, I think there's cheddar cheese inside this as well. Hats off to H-Mart fish cakes. Amazing. Next up, and these are my favorite pancakes for breakfast, kimchi pancakes. And let's cook up this beef galbi as well. This is my kind of steak and breakfast. Marinated Korean short ribs and kimchi pancake. Wow, this is as good as any Korean barbecue I've ever been to. And it goes so well with the kimchi pancake. The galbi is rich, fatty, smoky, tender. And usually the number one thing I don't like about the marinade is that it's sometimes too sweet. This is absolutely perfect. Wow. Huge beefy flavor, tons of umami, and there's a good amount of fat on these short ribs as well. And when you sear it in the pan, the outside glaze just forms this beautiful caramelized shell, and the crunchy kimchi pancake just cuts through all that richness, and it acts like a crunchy palate cleanser. And besides the kimchi flavor, it's got a really nice seafood flavor in this pancake as well. This galbi is just mind-blowing. One more thing to try for breakfast, spicy ahi poke. So this thing's really easy to prepare. Just soak it in water for about 30 minutes, mix in the seasoning pack. There you go. The color of the tuna is just absolutely gorgeous. Wow. After I took that first bite, my mouth started to water just from looking at this thing. I definitely need to stock up my freezer with this. Tender, delicate, sweet tuna covered in that nice heat. But never does that heat ever overpower the natural sweetness and flavor of the fish itself. There's some sesame in here for additional fragrance. This is beautiful to look at and definitely beautiful to eat. I mean, I just taste like fresh tuna. The seasoning is fantastic. I wanted to get the wasabi one because that's always been my favorite, but it was in such a big pack and I was kind of afraid I wouldn't like it. I'm definitely going back for that. I mean, the spicy ahi tuna is delicious. I'm sure the wasabi one's gonna be even better. Oh, the heat just hit me in the back of my tongue. That's almost better than my rib pancake breakfast. Highly recommend. I mean, if you're having a bad morning, this thing will definitely tuna you up. Sorry. Really, really good though. This is exciting. I think these are a relatively new brand of instant noodles. And it looks to me like they're trying to copy Samyang. It's super spicy instant noodles. Let's cook some of this up with some fish sausage. Also some Korean hot dogs too. Made it into a fish sausage junk, which is a very classic Korean dish. You take the fish cake, you slice it up, crack an egg, a little bit of flour inside, mix it up, dunk the sausage into the mixture, and sear it up in your pan. My ramen is ready. Put a fried egg on top, get all that gooey liquid yolk onto the ramen. Oh my god, this is way spicier than the Samyang noodles. For instant noodles, this is a spice challenge level spicy. Wow, I mean, there is no mistake about it. As soon as you bite down on these noodles, the fires start working right away. I mean, it's delicious. The noodles are nice and chewy. They're pretty thick. A little bit of sweetness and just an overwhelming amount of heat. Chase it with some of my fish sausage. Toasty on the outside. Nice and chewy. Tastes like a much softer, more delicate fish cake. And that is helping a lot to reduce the heat of these noodles. This is crazy spicy. I mean, it's still good, but it's still at that point where it's more enjoyable than spicy, but barely. This is definitely less flavorful than the Samyang version, much more deadly. If you like a really spicy pack of instant noodles, this is for you. Luckily, my Korean hot dog just finished cooking. Always love these things. Chunks of potato with rice batter, so it's extra crispy straight from the air fryer. Gooey cheese inside and a hot dog. I got some truffle ketchup here. Oh, that's so good. And that definitely helped bring down the heat from the noodles. Great for food challenges, not as great for dinner. Next up, let's try these soup dumplings. They're chicken soup dumplings. And while my soup dumpling cooks, I totally forgot about this dry kelp. Got for a snack. That smells interesting. It smells kind of like caramel. Whoa. That's really crunchy. A little sweet, a little salty. Got a burnt flavor as well. I mean, texture's pretty good. I think what I don't like about it is the aftertaste. It's pretty bitter. I think this is one of those things like bitter melon where you either love it or you hate it. I'm leaning towards hating it. Yeah. I don't think this is my thing. That's really bitter. This looks like a really good soup dumpling. Ooh. Oh, a lot of soup in here. Thin wrapper, nice big filling. I'm normally not a big fan of chicken dumplings. These are really, really good. Tons of juice inside. These are really good flavored dumplings. The skin is light, and when you chew, it just mixes with the filling and just dissolves into this burst of juicy umami. You do need a steamer though, if you're gonna go for these soup dumplings, but they do give you the parchment paper to cook these dumplings on. These dumplings, 100% worthy of a steamer investment. These are absolutely phenomenal. Last thing to cook, these are sweet Korean pancakes, boba flavor. The pancake is really flaky. Brown sugar inside, a little soft. Toasty on the outside, chewy and sweet in the middle. This is absolutely fantastic. Some ice cream with this would 100% level this up even further. Originally, I thought this was like a hot dog. It's not. It's more like a sweet scallion pancake or like a sweet Prada. Either way, so good. This has been a fun couple of days trying out all sorts of new stuff from H-Mart. My favorites, the short ribs. That might be one of the best short ribs I've had ever, including at restaurants. The fish cake is delicious. The cold seafood, super surprisingly good. Soup dumplings, amazing. Overall, a fantastic H-Mart food haul. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.